Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. If you can hear us loud and clear, let us know what city and state that you are chiming in from. Let us know what city. There we go. That's where we need to be. Let us know what city and state that you are chiming in from. Super excited to have you guys here. Again, welcome. Let us know right now what city and state. I see we have a lot of people chiming in. We have Marlena out of Coleman, Alabama. Tish out of Seattle, Washington. We have B. Andrews, Mobile, Alabama. Keisha out of Pensacola, Florida. Dr. Don, hello, good morning. Marlene out of sunny Hollywood, Florida. Yolanda out of Lithia Springs, Georgia. Dominique out of Virginia Beach. Jatara out of Griffin, Georgia. Heather, Atlanta, Georgia. Deshonda Jennings. Oh, it's going by fast now. Just Josiah Smart, Carla. Hello, Washington, Louisiana. Berkeley, California. Birmingham, Alabama. We have Japan in the house. Hello, all the way from Japan. Huntsville, Alabama. Hollywood, Florida. Tallahassee, Florida. New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so thrilled and excited to have you guys here. Welcome again. We have Alfred of Newark, New Jersey. We have Mississippi here. Welcome. Mobile, Alabama. Prairie, Texas. Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome. Greensboro, North Carolina. Newark, New Jersey. Mississippi. Welcome in, everyone. We're going to be getting started, as you can see, in 2 minutes and some change. If you're watching on social media, anybody that is watching us right now on social media, if you would like to partake in the giveaways, the action that's going to be taking place on today, we want you to go to litcon.org, litcon.org, so that you can partake. Because right now we've got hundreds of people who are joining us over in a private community chat, but you must be in there to win. So make sure to go ahead and go to litcon.org. And for anybody that knows anyone that could jump on, they do not need to miss this. So go ahead and have them jump on. We have Charlotte, North Carolina, Gwinnett, Georgia, Mobile, Alabama, Brooklyn, New York, Portland, Oregon, don't know how to pronounce it, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let us know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. Memphis, Tennessee. My goodness, you guys, you are so heavily ready for this morning. Memphis, Tennessee, I said that already. Greensboro, North Carolina. Slide down, Louisiana. Indianapolis, Indiana. Mobile, Alabama. Welcome. We have 1 minute. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute, and we're about to be getting started. Again, everybody, if you're watching on social media, you want to go ahead and go to litcon.org, litcon.org, so that you can actually see all of the action taking place live. Okay, live action taking place. We have some incredible speakers today, giveaways today, all type of stuff that's taking place today. So make sure, guys, go ahead and join us over by going to litcon.org. All right, Dallas, Texas. We still have people coming in. Yes, we are lit, y'all. Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, thank you, Verna. Verna said I just sent out a bunch of invitations. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now, Sharon is caring. Hallelujah. Hello, everybody. Let us know what city and state. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, y'all, we're about to get this party started. Let's go. Hello. My name is Taria Vision Avant. I am so thrilled and so excited to be here, guys. I am not the MC or the host. Baby, I'm going to be back here behind the scenes working these things. And y'all know we're going to make it do what it do. Welcome, everybody that is here to Litcon, the first virtual expo, and we're looking forward to having a lot more of these. But let me just go ahead and get out the way of greatness, because this event is, I got to bring on the lady of the hour. This event has been put together by an extraordinary woman. She's actually a part of our BPC family, so you know I got to shout out BPC in the house. If you're BPC, type BPC in the chat. But she is a publisher, and this is what's so exciting. because a lot of people have categorized me as the publishing space too, which I've helped a lot of people to become authors. But guess what? When you guys do some of the same things, you can do so much more together. And I love the fact that she sees this as an opportunity for us to collaborate. So she hired our team for us to go ahead and do the behind the scenes, darling. And I can't wait for it to happen. She is a publisher. She is a self published author, okay? She is a mother. She is a wife, a coach. Guys, all I can tell you is this: Litcon, the virtual expo, is about to be amazing. So I would like everybody to type the money sign in the chat. Type the money sign, money sign, money sign, money sign, because we about to get into it. Let's go ahead and give it up to Lena Payton Webb.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Litcon 2024, the first virtual experience, right? So we are so excited to have you. And of course, it is presented to you by Blue Impressions Publishing. So we want to welcome you to this extravaganza, right? So today we are not gathered just as attendees, but we are gathered as passionate lovers of literature, united by our shared purpose and mission, right? So Litcon is not just an event, it's a celebration of written word and of ideas, right? And so this platform is used to connect fellow book enthusiasts from around the world, right? And our purpose is to ignite your imagination, spark meaningful conversations, and inspire you to dive deep into the rich tapestry of storytelling. So we know that words have the ability to transform lives and challenge perspectives and create connections. And so that is what Litcon is here to do for you today. So if you're ready, y'all go ahead and type one in the chat. Let's get this thing started. I don't want to stand in the way. We got a great lineup of dynamic authors and speakers ready for you today. And let's see, y'all ready? What we got? Let's see. So our first set of panelists, we have Miss Chrissy Leonard, Miss Nicole Monique, and Miss Nyla Payton that are ready to grace the stage with us this morning.
We're going to bring them in 1 second. Everybody, let's give it up. Let's give it up. All right. And there we go. We have Chrissy and Nyla on.
There they go. All right. Good morning. How y'all
Hello.
doing, ladies?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we're going to start off. Let me get you to introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Who would you
Well,
like to
I'm
go
not.
first?
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's go with Nyla. Not Nyla.
okay. So I'm Nyla Payton. I am the host daughter. I am also a new mother myself. Um, I am from Detroit, but I have relocated to Alabama. I went to Bex Howard School of Media Arts after high school. And my book is Things I Never Accept. It's a reflection book on relationships, friendships you should like no longer tolerate, or just like a self discovery, self work, healing a book to encourage you if you feel like maybe you're if you've been in a rough spot with relationships or even your friendships or just had dealt with a situation and it just helps you reflect and dive a little deeper into what could be those issues.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So let me ask you this. Oh, we got Nicole Monique. Welcome, welcome. So next, let's get Miss Chris to give us a little introduction herself.
Hello, I am Chrissy Ann Leonard. I hail from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. I fell in love with writing when I was younger, and I wrote Letters to My Father, which is my first novel. it is being turned into a television series, so that's exciting. I'm also a writing coach and mentor, and I believe words are weapons. We have to choose how we use them, and everybody's story needs to be told. And I just want to help people make that happen. So I'm happy to be here and looking forward to today.
That's amazing. That is amazing. So next, Miss Nicole Monique, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, everyone. Miss Lena, I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for having me, for Litcon having me on. Hi out there to my book lovers and my journaling babes. I am your girl, Nicole Monique. I am the founder of The Power of Sunshine. I am also a certified life coach as well as the author of Unlocking Your Inner Sunshine. I assist individuals in finding their hidden parts of their true identity through self reflection and healing, all while unlocking their inner sunshine. So please reach out if you need me.
All right, great, great. Thank you and welcome, ladies. So let's start. I got the first question. Let's go with Miss Chrissy first this time. All right. So my first question for you is, as an author, how do you approach creating, or what drives you to write?
I want to write to just impact people's lives. I believe books can do that. So I'm a little unique in my writing style. I don't box myself into a single genre. I like to write in multiple genres, but I always write the endings of my books first. That way I know how I need to get there and set a path for myself. It doesn't always mean that the endings will stay the same, but they are a good roadmap to get me there. And I write with my characters. After the ending, I move to the characters and I build my characters off of names and what their names mean. So I choose a name and then I go to three to four different languages to see what that name means in each language. And then that's how I build the character throughout the story. So it's a really unique way. And I'm a big post-it note girl. And so I have post-it notes everywhere with my plot lines and stories and character values. And then I'm old school. I write in a notebook before I ever transcribe it into the actual computer.
Now, now listen, that notebook it sounds like it's old school, but a lot of us still use notebooks, right? Some of us still got journals. We keep the paper, even though we do stuff digitally. We still like some paper, right? We
It's a
still
That's
like
must.
paper.
fair.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, Monique, Nicole, Monique, let me ask you this question. What inspired you to write your latest book?
So I've always inspired to write. Be honest, I hated school growing up. I hated writing. I hated reading. Back in 2018, I went through what was the start of a divorce. Prior to that, I've always dealt with childhood trauma, different emotions, and depressions. As I started that divorce, uprooted my life to Atlanta. I found myself in a place of not knowing what to do, where to be, where to go, where to start. And as I looked for journals to write in, they just asked me, how was yesterday? What was different today from yesterday? And that fueled me with rage. I was like, I cannot continue to do this. It's just aggravating me. So I created my own journal. As I started my healing process, I did what I thought made sense with me, and unlocking your inner sunshine was then birthed. So I have different tools and different things in there that I used on myself, and then this journal was how it was created.
Awesome. I love that, and I love the fact that you tapped into where you were at that time and used that as, you know, the motivation to birth that thing, right? And I think a lot
Yeah.
of times that we don't use what we already have in us. We try and create something else when we already have it in us, right? So I love that. All right, Nyla. Good morning.
Good morning.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you think your book can impact other people?
Um, so my book is a book, but it also has like parts where you can like journal entry and it also has reflective parts. My book, it goes through different stories of um, examples of like situations you should tolerate, and after each example, it tells you how you can not like so you don't put everything on the other person. How you can make yourself feel better with dealing with those types of examples through different tips and self work. And after that, it gives you a spot after each chapter to journal entry. Because I'm one of those people that still like to write as well, so I reflected that in my book. So I feel like anybody that touches this book, whether you're going through a situation right now, self discovery, or in the past, maybe just dealt with people that just weren't right for you, it can help you like reflect and just get a little more motivated just to circle yourself around better people that don't have the traits that I go over. Even in not even just relationships, I feel like even a married person can benefit from my book because friendship. Sometimes it's friends that give you excuses or that are disrespectful that we don't notice and things like that. So I feel like almost anybody um, can definitely learn from my book. Definitely single people, but anybody can.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I hear Niceer. I hear the grandbaby saying, "Yes, mommy. Yes, I heard him. Y'all heard
Yeah,
him. I heard
he's sitting next to
him."
me.
So,
I'm getting his input.
let me ask you, Nyla. So, with your book, I know that it was as your mom, right? I had one hat on, when we were working on when you were working on your book, and then as a publisher, it was a different hat, right? So, as a publisher, no problem, but as a mom, it was a challenge for me to read some of the things she went through. So, I was like, I wonder who that was. I want to know what chapter. Who was that? Who was that in chapter 2 that was doing this, this, and that? So it was very eye opening, but it was emotional for me to know that my child had to go through that stuff, right? That she experienced, somebody that's narcissistic, somebody that didn't value her, somebody that it was just hard as a mother. But on the other side of that, I was so proud, and I'm still proud. I'm so proud that you even recognize that at 28. I'm like, shoot, I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, but it took me a long time to get to get there. So kudos for you for recognizing that so early on, right? And knowing that you should no longer accept those things. So, you know, and I've
Great
told
job.
you that. So yes,
Great
good job.
job.
Good job. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, Miss Nicole Monique,
Yes,
let me ask
ma'am.
you. Let me ask you. When you work with your clients, right? And
Yes.
they have your book, how do you think it benefits them?
So let me just let you guys know this is not a book that you can go and pick up on the shelf. This is not your typical journal. I have plenty of journals. This was something that I sat down and I custom made from front to back, from start to finish, from every word that's in the book. This book provides you with a story that's relatable. Let's just say if I have a client that's dealing with sexual abuse, it gives them a chapter in the book that reference sexual abuse. It gives them a story of things that someone has went through, something that I have also experienced. It also provides you with mind cleansers and the tools to overcome. So as they read the stories, they get to journal and then they get to have mind cleansers. It's just like when you're eating food and you have to take the, ice cream to change your palate, or if you're smelling perfume and you have to smell coffee beans to change the scent in your nose so that you can go on to the next fragrance. That is something that the book allows you to have, is those cleansers in between those chapters, and then it provides you with the tools, the questions to also reflect. With some things that we experience in life, the book is about self-reflection. It is about allowing you to see that sometimes you are a willing participant in your own destruction and pain. So it teaches you how to overcome being the victim, but learning how to be the survivor.
I love it. I love it. I love that it has so many different aspects, and it's made particularly for your clients, right? So it's
Yeah.
custom, right? It's not like, oh, I just went and got some templates from somewhere and did the thing, right? You
No,
customize
ma'am.
that
I
thing
create.
for your audience, right?
I
So I
created
love that.
everything,
I love that.
every mind shifter, every activity that's in there, everything was created by me. It was something that I have used. I have done everything in this book on myself, and I have tested it out on other people as well to know what it looks like. So, for anyone that's looking for the book, it is something that you're not going to be able to just go to Barnes and Nobles or go to Walmart and pick up. You won't find this out there. It is something that I use for my clients, and other therapists and counselors and life coaches use for their clients as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So Miss Chrissy, let me ask you a question. Since you write,
Sure.
you have you work with, you're a writing coach, right? So let me ask you,
Yes.
what kind of challenges do you face with working with your clients in the writing world?
Well, it really depends on the client. Sometimes you have to teach them the basics because they're very new at it. But the biggest challenge I find, because once they write their books, I also review all of their books, and that is the emotional recoil that comes from books, dealing with a lot of pain. I'm really big on connecting with your pain. A lot of my clients want to tell their own testimonies, so they have to go through all of that pain. And I coach them on the emotional recoil because I feel like this is really overlooked when people start to write books, that they have experienced the situation or someone they know has gone through that and they're trying to write this. And they're not prepared for the emotional recoil, which is when you're writing that and you go to all these places in your thoughts, it dredges up all of the stuff that you felt at that time. And now you're back in that situation dealing with all these emotions again, and you have the recoil effect, which puts you back there and just overwhelms you again. And I really, really stress to them that you have to go through the recoil in order to get to the healing that's coming from having telling your story this way. And I found that I underestimated for myself how much that recoil would be for me, because I also have to go to those places, because I really feel if you can project your pain onto the page, then your reader will feel that pain when you're writing it. And so that is a really big challenge that I face. The rest we can do. I always say an author is as good as the editing team behind him or her, because you always have to have editors. They polish what you do. But the hardest part is the emotional recoil that comes from the stories.
Yeah, yes, I agree with that so much. And as a publisher, I think that I'll tell people, if you ever find somebody that's written anything, right, especially a book that's about something that they went through, it could be a journal, like, such as Nicole Monique's, or something like Nyla's book, like that. That person poured parts of them into that, right? That's them on paper. And so they had to go to a vulnerable space to pull that out. And that's hard. It's hard to pull it out, but then it's hard, right, to say, like, well, let me put this in front of the world so y'all can critique it, right? Because that's what's going to happen,
Agreed.
um, right? So that's hard. So it's a different space. So anybody that writes anything, to me, I'm like, hats off to you, because it's not easy. It's not
It is
easy.
not easy. Even if you're writing about something that you haven't gone through and you're writing fiction, it's not easy in the way that you're pouring literally like drops of you are on the pages, because you're pouring your heart and soul and everything you have into this book. And that's scary in itself. But the scarier part is when it's published, which is a huge accomplishment. But now you're right, you have to put it out in front of the world. And the book, you have to understand, it's not going to be for everybody. Not everyone is going to love your book or even like your book. And that's hard to handle sometimes, because people can be cruel sometimes when they're doing critiques. But I tell people, you put everything you had in this book. And if you get, I don't like to say negative, I just say a learning review where they are giving you feedback, look into the feedback to see if it's something you can use when you're moving on in your journey. Take the feedback and leave the personal emotions out of it. The more you can separate your emotions outside of taking the knowledge that they're giving you, the faster you'll be able to move on to your next one. But I have found that when people get bad reviews, some people's writing career is over because they don't know how to come back from that. And I coach my people that it's a learning experience. Take the feedback, critique it within yourself, look and see what they're suggesting, and then pick up the pen and just move on because there are people out there waiting for every book that you're going to write. So that's how I try to coach them to deal with that. I got, not great reviews on mine as well, and I looked to see what they said and went back to what they were talking about, saw if it was something I could use to go forward, and then I just moved on and started writing more things. Because I don't ever want to stop writing. I think books are a true gift to the world. And you, as an author, I mean, the world is your stage. There is no bigger stage that God will give you other than the world for you to put your books out there. And for me, I just want to inspire people and impact lives. And I found that I can do that through writing.
Yeah, I love that. I love what you said about the world is your stage, right? And God won't put you. There's no bigger platform for God to put us on. And what you were saying about that may not be your audience. So like with me, my book, I know mine is it's personal and but it's mine. So I don't care what the critics say. It wasn't for you, right? Right. So everything is not for everybody. And I think as an author, we have to have that tough skin sometime, and we got to keep that in mind because if you try and shift your words to fit somebody else or fit what somebody else wants to hear, then they're not your words anymore.
That's
That's
correct.
not
I
your
agree
message.
100%.
Yeah, you're changing your message, right, to conform to what they want to hear. They need to go find somebody else's book, or they need to write their own. That's my perspective. But
I
but as
agree.
far as my words, if that's how what I wrote, that's what I wrote. And maybe
Mhm.
that's not what resonates with you. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. So someone says that when critics come, use the comments to approve. Plus, everyone is not your audience. So yes, that's what we just said. That's what we just said. So it takes special people to write to like our things. It takes special people to like our gifts. So I think once we tap into our right audience, they'll appreciate it even more. Mhm,
I agree.
mhm. So Nyla, let me ask you a question. Do you think that you have another book in store for the world?
Oh yeah, I have a few more. The this first one was only just touching. I didn't want to make it too long because it's a lot of relationships we shouldn't tolerate. But I have a few more ready. We'll get it prepared. But I have a few more in my mind and written on paper.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm excited to see um, what that looks like. I'm curious to know if it will be as such as the first one, so I can get my heart ready.
I have like at least one more like the first one because I didn't touch all of the topics in the first one. And then I have like a few other ideas for other self motivating and self discovery books, but I definitely have at least one more like this.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. I look forward to even volume two of things I no longer accept because to me it tells me growth, right? It tells me you've grown, you've learned, and you're sharing those experiences with other people to learn, specifically other people like yourself. So that is powerful. So I will try to remember to keep that at the forefront of my mind when I see it coming, right?
And
So
what I've learned is a lot of people are sometimes like a lot of people like we hide the relationship that we're embarrassed about or that we don't want people to know that we've dealt with in the past and stuff like that. So I just feel like this is a good book for you to let that out. You don't have to tell everybody your business that you dealt with somebody abusive or that you tolerated so many excuses. But this is just like something for people to read so they can realize like, okay, I'm not the only one, and just to release.
okay.
That's
All
great,
right.
Nana. I love
Yeah.
that you say that because that's teaching them to take the mask of the world off of them and
Mhm.
allowing them to and walk in their truth and be their authentic selves. And that's something that we all struggle with. One thing that I tell to my clients is that when you start tapping into those pieces of you, having a therapist and having a life coach is so important because when you start tapping into those things mentally and emotionally, you don't know how it's going to affect you as you start self-reflecting and as you remove that mask. When you realize that all of these people have been living in you rent-free, and you have walked and looked in that mirror and seen yourself for so many years as others have described you, when you know at your core that's not who you are. So that's great.
I
That's
love it.
Yeah.
I
something
love it. They've been
Mhm.
living there for rent free. It's time for them to either pay up or get out, right?
evicted. Oh, they're not even paying up, they are evicted. I removed them
They
a long time.
evicted, right? Either get it together or get out, right? So yes, I love it. I love it.
That's gonna
All
be the
right, so Miss
title of my
Chrissy,
next one, Evicted.
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 There
No
you
more
go.
state
Y'all heard it
sponsored
right here
benefits.
at Litcon, the virtual experience. Evicted.
Yes. Tell them no more state
I
government
love it.
benefits.
I love it. I love it. All right. So Miss Chrissy, tell us what's your next project? What you working on next?
I I am shocking people with my next project. I am moving into the comic book genre. So I went from Christian fiction over to comic book genre, but I am writing about the spiritual warfare that happens within you when you are saved, a saved person. And when you encounter troubles and troubling times, the old you tends to show up and wants you to revert back to the way you were. And you fight this battle within yourself that you have to do. So it's a really unique way about talking about how someone goes through their life journey and struggles with that within themselves. So that is my shocker of the genre that I'm going to. I don't believe there's any genre that you can't write in. If you I write what God tells me to write in whatever genre it goes to, and I don't believe you can not write in any genre. It's all in how you use your words and how you portray your story. And my spirituality is very important to me, and it overflows into my books in some way. So I really want to bring the gospel in a new way to people, to where it is still the gospel as what it said, but it is relevant for the times that we face. I write a lot about how people experience issues in life and how we bounce back from that, or we don't bounce back from it, and the problems that we have. So I am heading over to that genre to not dip my toe in, but I'm going in head first.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Right. So I love the going from one to the other because you going from Christian fiction to comic.
Yes.
That's creative, right? So I love that. My brain is like, ooh, yeah, party over here. So I love that. I love it. I love it. So let me ask
Thank you.
you. Let's see. Let's go, Nicole Monique. Let me ask you a question. How has your experience been with Blue Impressions Publishing?
Oh my God. Let me tell you guys. I have interviewed with publishers since I started this thing. So, right around 2020, I started interviewing. I started writing this in 2019, just playing with it. This was an idea as I was journaling and doing things. So, I started meeting with publishers, just talking, trying to figure out pricing. Nobody's meshing. Right here in 2022, I connected with someone. We started this thing while I was in Africa. It was then published without my name being on it. So felt like a setback. However, I continue to push forward because I know my ideas is not everyone else's ideas, and what God blessed me with is something totally different. And so I had a publisher in mind that I wanted to work with. I was like, this is who I'm going to do. And then I ran across Blue Impressions. And then I met Miss Lena. And Miss Lena has now become family. Miss Lena coached me whenever I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to go crazy. I am overthinking this. She's available to me 24 hours a day. She is not only just your publisher, she's your accountability partner, she's your life coach. She is the person that help you through whatever you may be thinking. Blue Impressions not only publish your book, they also set you up for success. They're making sure that you're getting where you need to be with your book. It's not like some of these publishers where they publish a book, They give it's $7,000 or $10,000, and they give you 10 books, and they send you on your merry way. And they pop it on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles, and don't give you anything, and you need to figure out what's next. Blue Impressions gives you the blueprint for success, and that is something that I'm forever grateful for. I am so happy that we were connected, and I am so happy that we're able to work together and for what our future looks like together. Because Blue Impressions is stuck with me, Miss Lena is stuck with me. I have became the daughter, so I'm not going anywhere. So I advise anyone that's looking to create, write a book, create multiple streams of income, digital marketing, digital content, anything that you're looking for, even if it's on the speaking terms, connect with Miss Lena, because one thing that I realize her company is, it's not a dump company. She does not just take anything and everything. It have to be something that's motivating, passionate, and someone that's willing to put in the work. And it's exceptional. I'm so happy, and I am so thankful for you, Miss Lena. I love you always.
Well, thank you so much for that. And it's been a pleasure, right? It's been an experience, and that's just one of the ways we tap into what you need, right? So the only way we know how to serve your clients is to know how to serve you, and so that's how we do that. So we thank you for that, and we look forward to this lifelong relationship. So
Yes,
it's been a joy so far, and I know much more is to come. So Nyla, let me ask you the same question, because you get to see it from a different perspective. What is your I think she went to the baby.
I'm right here. I was trying to get
Okay, so how's your experience with Blue Impressions?
my experience. So originally when I started working on my book, or when I threw out the idea that I wanted to do a book, I was still living in Detroit. Um, and I can say even without being the publisher's daughter, I could say that my experience was very in depth and very motivating. Because when I just threw out the idea and I lived in Detroit, people always call me or ask me like, "How's the book going?" and ask me all these questions about the creative process, my mindset with it and stuff. And then when I got here, it was even like more motivating, and like helping me, encourage me to finish it and go ahead and put it out and stuff. And I learned like from watching her do other calls, or how she engages with other authors. Isn't she literally isn't just like that with me? She's with that with all her authors. Very she treats everybody like a family, or like it's her book. So she puts that same love and care and that behind the scenes, extra knowledge, all of that into everybody's specific project. Like no matter what project type of project it is, she's still gonna walk with you the whole way and make sure you're comfortable with it. She's not gonna publish it without you wanting 150% approval. So it really was a great experience working with Blue Impressions, and I really hope like a lot of people that come to like Litcon that aren't authors, but that they get motivated, and that it motivates other women or and girls like me, or anybody to go ahead and put like whatever they're dealing with or whatever book they have in the back of their mind or hidden away, or that they've just been writing on that paper for so long, and just go ahead and put it out, because Blue Impressions really helps you just get it out, and they make you feel it's like a breath of fresh air once you release it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for that. So one of the points Nicole Monique made was how we don't just accept everybody. We don't just do any and every type of book. So we specialize in creating books with purpose, right? So it has to be something inspiring, motivating, something like that, something positive, something that's going to create some impact in the world. So that is where we are in this space. And then we want to we pride ourselves on helping you to get there with events like this, right? With the virtual LitCons, to make sure you're successful, to make sure you're getting your voice out there, and to make sure that people see you and see what you have to offer to the world. So I want to thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning. You have been fabulous. You all have been fabulous. So I want to encourage everybody that's watching to make sure you tap into them, go to their websites, go to their links, hit them up, ask them some questions, follow them on social media. So real quick, everybody, in 10 seconds, tell them where they can find you at. Nyla.
I can be found on Instagram at I am DJ Adore, ADOR. My Facebook is Nyla Bella Lovejoy, and my Litcon is Litcon, teamlitcon.org or something like that, / Nyla DL. And this is my book.
Great job. All right, Miss Chrissy.
You can find me on Instagram at Chrissy Author, and Chrissy is CRISSIE. On Facebook, it's Chrissy Ann Leonard. That's my public page. And you can also find my website at www.chrissyleonard.com, and you will find all of my books on there. And I just did 2 journals yesterday, so they're not there yet, but they're getting there.
All right. And Miss Nicole Monique. I call her Miss Sunshine.
So you guys can find me on Instagram. It's _ I am Nicole Monique. On Facebook, it is Nicole Monique. I also have a group on Facebook that's called Healing and Empowering Women, that you can join as well. And then you can find me at teamlitcom.org / Nicole Monique. You can also purchase a book there. The journal, remember, this journal is over 200 pages of greatness. So allow the power of your sunshine to shine bright, and allow me to help you unlock your inner sunshine. Thank you again, Miss Lena, for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Thank you, ladies. It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure. And y'all stay lit. Till next time.
Step into the vivid streets of innovation with Blue Impressions Publishing. We're the pros in creating books with purpose, helping authors, coaches, and consultants to actualize their dreams. From custom coloring books that speak to your clients, to workbooks that set off fresh concepts, and self-help books that navigate your personal journey. Fire up your creativity and increase your income with Blue Impressions. Find out more at yourartisticexpressions.com, where words and art meet.
Dive into Land of Quail's house and explore your passions through writing by Dr. Dawn Menga. Presented by Blue Impressions Publishing, this outstanding journal encourages storytelling. Dive into your thoughts, unveil hidden wisdom, and unleash your true passions. For writers and entrepreneurs, Land of Quail's house is your dependable guide. Start your transformative journey at teamlitcon.org / Dawn Menga. Get your copy today and ignite your passion.
Immerse in the compelling memoir Universal Order by Cornell Offspring Williams. This memoir contains 20 years of resilience and redemption, depicting triumph over adversity. Filled with raw emotion and self-reflection, it showcases powerful transformation. Explore forgiveness and personal growth. It's a testament to human spirit and a beacon of determination. Universal Order inspires self-discovery. Order your copy today at teamlitcon.org / offspring, presented by Blue Impressions Publishing.
Dive headfirst into an extraordinary narrative called Caleb and Angel with Broken Wings by Jennifer Woods and presented by Blue Impressions Publishing. This story is a beacon for parents and a testament to love's power. Caleb's resilience will inspire people of all ages. Caleb and Angel with Broken Wings by Jennifer Woods, now available at teamlitcon.org / Jennifer Woods. Secure your copy today.
All right, everyone. So, oops, I got the wrong camera connected. That's okay, but y'all can still see me. Hopefully y'all can still see me. How are you guys doing? Listen, we are back. We're back. And so really quick, we're going to play a couple of more commercials, but I am going to be typing in the chat. right now a link that you guys want to fill out. Make sure you guys fill out this link, because this is going to be how you can enter to win these amazing giveaways. Okay, so we're going to be doing some giveaways. We're going to play a couple more commercials, get ready for our next keynoter, but go ahead and fill out this form right here that you see. It says enter to win. Okay, so enter to win. If you are watching on social media, you need to go to litcon.org if you wish to be a part of these giveaways. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead. If you're watching on social media, you need to join us. I'm just typing in the chat. Go to litcon.org. We're going to get back to a couple more commercials. We've got a ton of them. And then we're going to bring back Lena so that we can get started with our next keynote. We'll be right back.
Dive into a world filled with understanding and compassion. Autism isn't a one-size-fits-all model. It's a spectrum as diverse as humanity itself. Dr. Lakondra Carnes, a parent of 2 children with autism and an expert, knows this better than anyone. She's penned 2 insightful children's books that offer a glimpse into the world of autism, illuminating its challenges and celebrating its unique potential. Autism Angles, special people with exceptional concepts. Learn more at www.autismangles.org. Presented by Blue Impressions Publishing.
Hey there, book lovers and journaling babes. I am your girl, Nicole Monique, the founder of The Power of Sunshine. I created Unlocking Your Inner Sunshine, which is a healing journal and workbook to assist with unleashing your childhood pain, revealing your adolescent trauma, and healing the adult you to discover your brightness. The thing that sets this book apart from other books is that not only have I experienced every section in the book, it will provide you with relatable stories, the tools you need to succeed, and the guidance to overcome obstacles. You can find this book at teamlitcom.org/Nicole Monique, and don't miss out on an incredible opportunity to see me at the Litcon Virtual Authors Expo on February 3rd. Happy healing, everyone.
Hey there, authors in the making. Are you ready to move from book idea to a book? I am Chrissy Ann Leonard, founder of The Humble Heartbeat, where we not only talk about books, but we work on writing books. We've created the We Write to Witness Writing Academy, where we talk about writing a book and we do the actual work to write the book. The best part is not only do you have access to book coaching, but you get an accountability coach to keep you focused. Contact me at www.chrissyleonard.com and don't miss out on this opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring back Lena Payton Webb. Let's bring it up. Hold up. Let me give a little round of applause. Yeah.
Man, those were some amazing speakers, right? Those panelists, they had some great tips, some great insight, and they provided a wealth of knowledge. So I'm always touched and honored when I get a chance to talk to authors and their journey and learn more about